So yesterday, um, Tuesday was Tuesday, and it was kind of my last day after doing 8 days in a row. I lost my voice a little bit. Sorry, it happens. Um, but anyway, yeah, it was like a victory lap because I did 8 days in a row, and now we're taking a break. We're going to Krakow for a couple days to relax. I won't be making any videos. So it really felt like a victory lap because I went to the train station at 5 a.m. to show two of the volunteers that have been working as drivers and have been there for a while what the train station was like. So I'm giving a tour of the train station. Then I work the crazy rush from 5 to like 8 when there was like a full train from Ukraine. Then like a half full, then it got half full to go back to Ukraine. Then all the Ukrainians came in off the train and off and from the city and from Tesco all got on like trains to Warsaw and Berlin and Prague, and all these trains are all within like a couple of hours of each other. So I did that, and it calmed down at the train station, and then I went over to Tesco. I worked with Francois, one of the representative of the Netherlands, on a case of the guy that wants to go to the Netherlands, and he's got an autistic kid, and they're not even in Shemitz right now. So we worked on that. But mostly Tesco, there was nothing to do. There were enough translators today for the amount of work that there was to do, which was not much. And so I just kind of walked around and said hi to people. And this reporter, it was not really a reporter, it was like a young guy from Portugal that took pictures of the old lady, wanted to take pictures of me, and asked me my story for his photo journalism project. So I was like, well, now I'm going to take a picture of you, how the tables have turned. At the end of the interview, I asked to take a picture of him for my Facebook and told him about this page, or Facebook and YouTube, and told him about this page. And he told me, that's so American. That's twice in a row I've been called American. I love it. So after he took my interview and I took his picture and stuff, I went over to the circus. I took a picture of this sign at the circus, even though I'm not supposed to, because fuck them. I mean, not fuck them, they're great. I love the circus. The circus was like actually really good. But so I had to take a picture of something from the circus. But so some of my highlights were kids speaking like adults, like at the circus. Kid came right up to me and goes, like standing perfectly straight, like, "Hello, my name is Mark. What is your name?" And it's a kid that was playing, it was like a 12-year-old kid that was playing in a trampoline before. And he's saying this in Ukrainian, so he's not like doing an English lesson. He's just like being serious. And kids are like that, like a lot of kids were serious. It's really funny to me and Camila. Another example was a kid came up to us, like not yesterday, but a few days ago, and goes, "Excuse me, sir, do you know where we can get some bubbles?" And then we took him to the children's tent, and they're like, "We don't have bubbles. We just have like these balls." And he's like, "Okay, we'll take the balls." And later I saw him running around playing, and playing and playing catch and stuff, and we were like, I don't know, it's just goofy. I taught two kids to throw an American football, a little girl who was good at it, and yesterday a little boy who was freaking amazing at it out of nowhere. As like an 8-year-old kid that could just like throw the ball like 30 yards with a spiral. Well, maybe, I don't know, but he threw it like all the way across the circus with a spiral, and it was perfect. It was amazing. First try, first not first throw, but first like catch. Um, First like time playing throw and catch. Uh, at the World Kitchen, I was wearing my Cleveland hat, my Cleveland Browns hat, and the lady is from Cleveland, and we talked about how Cleveland is a great, great place to be from. Not necessarily to live, just to be from. Uh, I feel like this is part of the victory lap thing. Uh, Talked to some of the Ukrainians about the birth lottery, and I can't say I won a birth lottery because I was born in Russia still, but I definitely got really, really lucky. Probably just with my parents and their sensibilities. Uh, but somehow my life has turned out really lucky. Um, Something else I did yesterday at the circus was I gave away my harmonica to this kid because he just heard me like screwing around on it, and he's like, "Can I try?" And I like taught him how to blow a single note and told him he should jump around from like the 5 to the 8, and he was kind of doing it. And I gave him some exercises, showed him how to hold it, and then at the end he's giving it back, and I'm like, "No, you take it. I have one at home." I had two, I told him. I have two, so I have one at home, so I don't need that one. And he was like, "Really?" I'm like, "Yeah." And then I walked away. And then later he came up to me and hugged me. And then he came up to me and goes, "Ну что, погуляем?" Which means like, let's like hang out. And then we played catch for a while. So that was cute. Um, and then I dropped off stuff for that Camilla had borrowed at the circus, and the circus lady was like, "Oh, this is so great. I was so worried about this stuff." And yeah, and then when I went to the Tesco, and that was it. Then I went home, and they were barbecuing, and apparently they barbecue a lot. But so usually I'm at the train station at this time or something like that, or working at the Tesco till like 9, and they uh so we were just like, I was like, "Oh, it's like my last night. It's a party. I got beers. And it was fun." So this is a picture of one of the Georges wearing the anti-Chinese government Chinese people that are subversive. They're basically like us, but Chinese. I talked about them before, and they like went and had like a big meeting with them where they introduced like all these new guys to them and stuff, and everybody had a great time apparently. That's a tractor, you can't really tell, but that's just what I saw while I was walking to the store to get beer. Um, but so yeah, we had a fire, and Vesta catches a freaking football with her chest and tries to put her paws over it like she's like the way you actually catch an American football. Vesta the dog tries to catch an American football the way like a human would, like an American footballer. It's hilarious to my life. And I'm not sure if I want to like leave off on this, but one of the guys here uh, is an elections observer, and he went and observed elections in Georgia. He's Russian, and now he's considered an enemy of the state by Russia. He was sent a letter that he's the enemy of the state by Russia while he was in Georgia, and so he came here from Georgia, and he observed elections in Belarus and got arrested and held for 5 days and like tortured and stuff. So it was like he was telling us our story, and I'm like, wow, this dude is like gotta be the most hardcore. And then so this is just a picture of the beer, and and yeah, that was my last night for a while. I'm really sad to leave this place. It's been a lot of fun and everything, and like work has been really good, and I feel really at home and comfortable with all these people. Like proud to be with them, happy to be with them, comfortable, and this is the shishlik. Uh, and so I won't be making any videos for about a week, but will be back here for sure. And now that we've done a little reconnaissance, gotten our bearings, we're coming back. The next time we come back, it will be with the Fury. And finally, these are pictures of two dogs named Zelensky and Boris Johnson.